Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and we're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, so I'm back and I wanted to make some clusters, and I thought I would make them this size. It is a little large, but I think it'll be kind of fun. It's about 3 1/4, and then I just tore a strip, and it's kind of vintage kitchen towel, so it's somewhat thin, but the weave isn't super loose. So I grabbed that, and I didn't iron anything. Ugh. Anyways, so I think it's gonna be straight enough, and then I'll grab my pickle jar. And I think I'm going to just pull out a few things and just lay them here, because I always like to try to use some things out of the pickle jar, although I'm just not sure. I don't want to go, I'm wanting it to look somewhat, be, kind of vintagey. So some of these are off of different other things that aren't quite vintagey, but if they look vintage-ish, I might use them. Like this isn't vintage, but it's so sweet. And here's some Kathy Holden. That'll be fun. Don't need the white. This one's fun. I use every piece of this fabric, and I only had a small piece to begin with. Let's see if I find, what's that? A little slow stitch piece. That might be fun on there. Oh, I like that yellow. It's neat. Here's another piece. I don't know if it's the same yellow. Oh, there's a little teeny. That's fun. That'll be good. Like this. That. Okay. I think that's good for now with the pickle jar. Put some of this back. All right. And it's going to just be tons and tons of pieces of lace and fabric and lots of threads. Okay, so then I took this over to my, that might be kind of fun. I took this over to my scrap bin and just pulled out some scraps. So we'll go through these to see if there's something to use. There will be something to use, because I want to get going on this, but we'll size them as we go. So there's that, and then I pulled out my lace scraps, lace and embellishment scraps. So okay, so basically what I'm going to do is, now you can do this any way you want. Where's my little pin cushion? You can pin, you can super glue, or not super glue, good grief. You can glue stick, or you can do both, or you can willy-nilly, but I think I might do a combo of both. So let's see. I'm just going to start laying fabric down, and I think what I'm going to do is kind of stay in a color theme a little bit, and then graduate from that. So like, I might do pinks for a while, and then do maybe other, like green or something. I was surprised at how much green fabric I had. I love green, so I guess it shouldn't surprise me, but I felt like it way overweighed. I would have thought I had more pink. I love pink fabric. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I love every fabric. I love love, love fabric. Just as much as I love, maybe more, than paper. I just love fabric. It's definitely my first medium love, for sure. Okay. Oh, this is, I had to toss that in. That's from that little doily that we had. And let's see if we can find a little something over here. It's again, I have the kind of the same method as I do when I'm setting out for slow stitching. I just kind of keep layering things on, and then I kind of sew through it all. So I think that's going to be good. Okay. And I'm gonna put a needle or a pin in that. And my thought is for this project is to let's see, I'll go this way. Go straight down the middle, and then one, and then again on each side. And I don't know, I might need more than that. Okay, so that's my pink one for now. And then once you get your clusters done, you can always add to the, add to it, but we're just getting it down to secure it. So I don't know, let's maybe see what we want to do with something like this. Now I have made clusters, or actually I've made like a similar thing to this, only it's a slow stitch the thing on all the paper, or all the fabric and all of the embellishments. And that one I just clip as I use it. Now I don't think that goes. I don't think that's what I want to do with this one. I think I want there to be a definite line in between them. That's so pretty. I love this. It's so silky. There's that gray and white. Feels like linen. Slow stitch. I don't think I did that. I think I got that in a bundle of something. Get all these different pieces. A little bit unexpected. Isn't this sweet? I don't know, can you see that? How wonderful that is. And so we'll honor a little piece of it in this slow stitching. And like I was mentioning before, it's that first cut. I'm not sure I'm crazy about that. I think it's the gray that's tossing it for me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Let's get some more blue down there and see. Oh, this is kind of a neat one. This is off something. It's hemmed. Okay. So did I tell you guys that Joey's been working on he's been working on a shed out back, so that we can kind of be ready for when we demo this old garage. And all right, let's see if we can put something on there that'd be pretty. And so the shed will be where we put everything from the current garage, which isn't much in there, until the new garage gets built. And it'll be, you know, a larger garage, which will then house my studio, I think. Not sure. Anyways, this shed, oh my goodness. I told him today, I was so proud of him. I said, I'm just so proud. I said, if it were me, I would have kicked that thing in the shin and elbowed it, and I just would be done with it. It is such a nightmare. The instructions are awful. There's 1 million pieces, and that might be a slight exaggeration, but not much of an exaggeration. There are so many pieces to that thing. Okay, so I think that one's good. Anyways, he has put together, taken apart things, put together, taken apart. He went back up to Lowe's yesterday, I want to say. And let's see, that one's going to get caught, so I'm going to move it down a little bit. And said, I think I'm missing a piece, or they gave me the wrong piece or something. And so thankfully they have one of these made, you know, set up out in the parking lot. So he's several times gone over there, looked at it, he's videotaped it, taken pictures. This thing, and I've gone out to help, and I am not much help, I'll tell you that. Okay, so far we haven't used the glue. Okay, let's do the green. I'm excited about the green. And for me, I think it's kind of fun when, you know, it's kind of like slow stitching where things are kind of buckled a little bit. So I'm leaving a little space in between there too. Is there something on here we can use? Yeah, there's this border. That's neat. It's fun. Yeah, so anyways, every time I look out there, he's out there, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, he comes home from work and works out there. And, you know, today I said, are you going to be able to rest today? And he said, no, I'm going to go work on the shed. Just crazy, this thing. I can't wait for it to be done. He's even had his buddy come and help him. And they, you know, they got a couple of panels on. It took forever for them to figure out what was going on. So I don't know. I feel so bad for him, but man, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be. Well, I'm already proud of him. I hope he'll be proud of himself for doing it, because he has stuck with it. And I was like, man, it's almost worth paying the extra to have someone, you know, come and put it together, because you can do that. You can, you know, pay to have it assembled. He's like, yeah, extra $2,000 to have it assembled. I was like, oh, yikes. Okay. Some more greens down in here. It's pretty. And you know me, I told you I'm a cheapskate, but when it comes to stuff like that, in my mind, you know, of course, I wasn't thinking it was $2,000, but if it had been $200, I would have been like, yeah. Because the time he has spent. Okay, look at this. This is not this. I don't know where I got this fabric, but isn't that the funniest little kitten heads? Should we put some on there? I'm gonna save it. I'm afraid if I put it on, we'll end up sewing through its face or something. Oh, there's a pink. That's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to give myself, let's see, how long have we been? About 15, 16 minutes. I think I'm going to go maybe another 5 minutes and then start sewing. And then I can always add to this later, you know. Okay, let's put a little bit of lace or something on here. That's sweet. It already has that little border, so maybe something that's weird. That'd be a little weird on there. How about this? Well, I'm so thankful it rained last night because I had not watered my poor plants and they were coughing, and so I was so thankful it rained. Now, oh, I don't think it looks right with that. Oh boy, what do I have? That's too shiny. Let's see what this looks like. Tonight we are having leftovers. We have a refrigerator full of leftovers, and so I asked Joey, what do you want to do for dinner? Because, you know, I mean, I can make something or whatever. And he's like, the refrigerator is full of leftovers. I said, yeah. So I said, well, why don't you go ahead and eat whenever you get hungry, and I'll eat after my video. There, I like that. That's kind of a big there. All right, let's do a brown and then call it, and then I'll sew it real fast. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Let's just get a few browns out here. That's pretty. There's a yellowish brown. Ooh, I like this. That came in a packet. I'm certain of it, of something I purchased. Fabric, you know, there's some more of that. Oof, I save every second of it. Some Kathy Holden. It's a dark brown. It's another pretty one. Oh, that's pretty too. Maybe we put that with a little bit of black. Okay. There's that yellow. There's that. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. How about this one? That's a pretty big cluster, isn't it? Let's just go halvesies. Yeah, I'm making these clusters are pretty big, aren't they? But there'll be a nice decoration or a page turner or something like that. Back in. Let's see, I think I'll go this way. That is very ravelly. I love this one. I think I mentioned to you once before that there's this quilt shop in the town next to us. And it's clear on the east side, though. We're way west. Well, not way west of town, but we're west of town. And then this shop is on the very east side of town. And so it's a little bit of a travel, but when I go to town, I like to go over there sometimes. And they have this, they do like classes and different things there. And so they have this little scrap bin, and you can get a Ziploc bag. Like, I think it's probably, well, it used to be a quart size. I don't know what it is now. For just a few bucks, you know. And oh, I love that. But I think it's too much. I think this is about where we're at. Maybe this guy kind of brings in that black a little bit. Yeah, okay. Okay. Does that one need to go on there? Maybe under here a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, so you can go and last year, I want to say, or the year before, they had used Kathy Holden's Outdoorsy and made a quilt, and all the tiny little pieces from it were in that bin that you can pick from. Oh my gosh, I was so excited because, you know, like I had told you that when I order my Kathy Holden, I just get what little bits I can afford and stuff. And okay, so I think that's fine. And so some of these were ones that I didn't have, and I was so excited. Okay, come over here, sewing machine. Lights on. Now I am going to lengthen the stitch just a little bit. My plan is to sew right down the center. Try to hook as much of this fabric as possible. And I think I'm gonna back stitch at the beginning and end of each one. And it's okay if, you know, you're not directly in the center or whatever. I'm just doing it to catch. I mean, you could zigzag, you know, go all the way around and goof around with your stitches. Oh, I forgot to zigzag that. Or I mean, no. Reverse, I forgot to do that. Wanted to back stitch all of it. That pin's a little wobbly. It's fun, it's relaxing, it's a great way to use some of your scraps, I think. I love doing these. Okay, so we have that done. And normally I would go all the way down, but since we just did this, I'm going to leave that a little bit long there. Now I'm going to do one on each side. For now, I'll probably end up doing 5 lines, which is, looks kind of neat. I think I'll just go ahead on over. I'm going to get that pin out of there. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a junk journal, and these are scraps. So if the sewing isn't exactly straight, I'm absolutely not worried about it. Okay. All right, so we have one down the middle, one on the right, one on the left. Let's go, I'm sorry, one on the right of center, and now let's go left of center, and then I'm going to go ahead and put, and I don't care if that bunches up, I think that's totally fine. And then I'm going to put one down the each side, you know, each side after this. Kind of lock it in a little bit better. Get in there. Ah. Yeah, I love making clusters, fabric clusters, paper clusters. I just love it. Okay. So far, so good. Now we're going to go down the right side and then the left side. And she will be done, and will be... Come on. Then we'll be able to cut it apart. Now, I'll probably not cut it apart on camera. Well, maybe I will. Just get them done, huh? And then I'll just use the rest of this backing to make some more at another time. Or I'll use it for something else. Maybe a pocket or a belly band or something. Uh-oh. We're out. We're out of bobbin. Okay, I'm going to pause and thread the bobbin because you do not want to watch that. One moment. Okay, we're back. We're ready to go. All right, so let's see. This is our last one, I think. Okay, do you remember a couple of days ago I said I had a story to tell you, and then a couple of days after that I said I had a story to tell you, but I just could never remember what the story was. Okay, well, I just remembered it. My gosh. Okay, I was going to tell you that let's see, how do I want to start this? After my mom passed away, I kept her account open. My name was on the account. I kept it open because I wanted to make sure that any outstanding bills were paid. And the recommendation was to keep it open at least 6 months. And sure enough, we ended up waiting for the nursing home that, you know, where she was the last few days. We ended up waiting and waiting and waiting to see how insurance was paying, et cetera, et cetera. So anyways, 6 months, that was a good suggestion, because I was like, we're out of here, we're done with it once everything's paid. And they're like, nah, I would wait. So I'm glad we did. But in the wait, I was thinking last week, I was like, geez, I should probably close that account. So I went online, because I hadn't ever gotten like a statement, or where they quarterly statement or whatever that is that they send. I hadn't gotten one, and I thought, I'm going to go online and just see, check on that account. Well, I went online and someone had taken it over, and I had a recurring, like a subscription of some sort, recurring, taken out a chunk every month that I wasn't paying attention. And then I also had, someone was making AliExpress purchases. Well, anyways, then not only that, but then the account dropped below the minimum needed to not have a monthly fee. So not only that, but now I was getting a monthly fee for a couple of months that I hadn't noticed. What a mess. So I called the bank. They got it all straightened out, and I closed the account. Isn't that awful? Anyways, you thought it was going to be a fun story, but it was like, just keep up on your business. That's the moral of the story. I should have been more mindful of that. So, but what made me think of that is because I was going to tell you about this show that Joey and I have been watching on Netflix. It's called, oh my gosh, Leverage. Oh my gosh, I wonder if that's the right. I think it's called Leverage. It has Timothy Hutton in it, if you ever remember him from way back when, and a bunch of other people that I don't know. To be honest, one of the main characters to me looks like he could be Jennifer Aniston's brother. So if you watch the show, tell me, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Tell me if you think the same. Okay, so this one I think is going to need a little bit more. That would even be cute like that. But it's going to need a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, we've been enjoying this show. We've been watching, an episode usually takes us 1 to 2 nights to watch by the time we settled the day down. I don't know if I like that flapping around like that. And this one might need a little something else. But anyways, that was fun. So yeah, the show, it's check it out. It's on Netflix, and we've been really enjoying it. It's a con show. I don't know why I like those types of shows. I have no idea. I don't like to lie. I'm not a fan of people that lie. I don't like to be conned. And maybe I like those shows because I think, oh, I'm going to learn the tricks. And I'll never be conned again. Maybe that's why I like them. But anyways, so yeah, so check it out, and see if it's something that you might like. So far, we're only on like episode 3 or 4. And so far, it's a very soft type of show. Kind of like, I told you we're watching Murder, She Wrote. I feel like that's a safe, soft show to watch. And so if that's, something that you look forward to, this might be the show for you. Sometimes those things go crazy after a few episodes, but it hasn't yet. All right, everybody. Well, gosh, thanks for hanging with me and doing a few little fabric scrap clusters. I think it'll be super fun to add them to a page. Ooh, I like that. or even to a journal card or something. Yeah, fun. I'll probably make some more. And if I do, I'll put the pictures on Facebook and Instagram. So have a great rest of the day. I'm going to run and see what kind of leftovers are in the fridge and hang out with my Joey and see what's going on. So don't forget, we pray blessings over you and we want you to know you're so loved. And we'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye.